Okay, good morning. What a great camp. This was the best place we could have possibly hoped for in this town. Didn't have to pay for the stupid overpriced caravan park that was way too busy, only to sleep on gravel anyway. And yeah, and obviously we didn't have to pay for a hotel room and we didn't have to camp out in the bush. So yeah, it was great. We were told there might be truckers coming up here in the night because can we see over there? There's like those white buildings. Um, that's the trucker showers and toilets. So we thought, maybe they'd be coming up and using those. No one came here all night. It's been so peaceful. And other than the fact that my sleeping pad is completely punctured and I'm having to sleep on the hard ground, I'd actually had an alright night's sleep. They've got this like massive shed over there with like a bar and everything in it. This looks like a great place to have events. I think it's the old race course. I don't know what kind of racing that is. I'm thinking maybe horse racing. It like certainly looks that way, but I guess it doesn't get used anymore. So now it's basically just where the town has. I guess they have their town fair here or whatever. They have events here and stuff. So it's basically, unless there's an event on, it's abandoned out here. So yeah, looks like it's going to be a beautiful day. Let's get packed up. Turns out we're also right next to a runway. So we're just chilling here, drinking coffee and watching the planes take off. All right, thank you, Rolleston Racecourse. That looks, see that big ring there? That looks like where they have the rodeo.
I think it is.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Well, there's another ring over there behind us with some like bleachers there. Yeah.
I don't know, they must have something.
This shed's pretty well appointed. There's like a bar and a nice kitchen and stuff in there.
Oh yeah.
Looks great.
But they probably have all kinds of like livestock events here.
Yeah. And there's our airstrip over there. Got a little plane taking off this morning. That was pretty fun. Look, they've even got a windsock. All right, we're now heading north. We've turned off of our original route and now we're heading north towards, what's it called? Towards Blackwater. So I've picked out a couple of sites along the way where we can maybe do a little wild camp. There's one at about the 70 or 80k mark, and it looks like we could camp there and it'd be good, but at the same time we might get there too early. Like, we set off quite early this morning and this road so far is super fast. We're like flying along at like nearly 30k an hour, and it's quite early, so at this rate we'll be there by lunchtime, and that's a bit too early to be sort of stealth camping, so we might just keep on going through to Blackwater. That's like 125k, but it's doable. It's more than we normally do, but the conditions are better than we normally have. So if that's the case, we might be doing a camp similar to last night. We'll see how we go. 30k in by 10, which is pretty decent for us, so time for a little fruit break. There ain't much out here. This big would it be a mountain range? Hills, range, this big escarpment. Yeah, we've been looking at it all day and it seems to be creeping closer at an alarming rate. Looks like we might be in for some hill climbs today. So we just sat down to have some lunch in this pretty grubby patch of gravel at the side of the road, although there's a pretty awesome view over there. And a caravan pulls up and parks right next to us. And at first we were a little bit like, oh, come on guys, this is our spot. We're trying to have some peace and quiet here. And Bonnie, there's like ants going all over the food.
Well, what am I supposed to do?
Well, we'll just move it. It's okay. And at first we were like, hey, this is our spot. But they pulled up and it turns out they were really nice. They came over and gave us some nice cold water because all of ours is warm. And we explained to them how the flies were a nightmare and Bonnie's really enjoying her hairnet. And I said, oh yeah, I lost mine. And they said, well, we've got a spare one. So they gave me a head net to keep the flies off of me, which was really nice of them. We chatted for a bit. Robert and Heather. Robert used to be a teacher, so he taught us that over there is Expedition Range. Yeah, nice little encounter at the side of the road, just what we needed on our lunch break. You look at that! Amazing. So we heard there were quite a lot of coal mines in this area. Apparently they ship out all the coal via train. So all the train stations around here are mainly freight stations. So anyway, it looks like we're coming up on a coal mine now. It's currently 20 to 4 and we're only about 7k from town. So we're just gonna go into town. It looks like there's a couple of footy ovals and stuff like that, so we're gonna like chance them, see if maybe there's a stealth camp happening. Yeah, but first, I think we're gonna go to Macca's and get a McFlurry. Okay, we're just hanging out in the Lions Park at the minute. It's gonna be sunset in like 20 minutes or something. Like you can probably tell behind me we're in the golden hour. And as soon as the sun is just on the horizon, just about to dip down and get dark, we're gonna head to where I think I found us a nice little stealth camping spot. In fact, maybe we'll cook some dinner now. So that's all sorted before we go, so we're not like trying to cook up, you know, on the sly up there. This park's pretty cool actually. They've got like this great old train here and an old station and like this big water tower. I've said it before, Lions Parks are always really nice. If you need to chill in a park, always find the Lions Park. Alright, the sun's about to go down, so we're making a go for it. Oh, you just got swooped. Straight over to the right one. So this is the one around. Okay, so this might be an alright camping spot, but like it's quite easy to get to, and we're in full view of that building over there. But like it looks like through here, like maybe some kids have been like trying to make a little like tree house or a shack or whatever through here, and I found it. It's just like a pile of corrugated metal and stuff. Like it doesn't look like anyone's been here in a while, but it looks a lot more hidden than where we just were. So if we can get the bikes through here, this might be a great stealth camping spot. So let's just have a look. See it over there?
Yes. What about here?
Yeah, here might be all right actually.
Yeah.
If we just move this iron out the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that pile over there, that's...
Oh, yeah.
I went all the way over there and it's quite good beside it.
Oh, okay.
But it's, yeah.
Yeah, let's just do it here.
Should I try and move this boat? I'm scared to touch anything. In here might be a good spot, yeah.
Okay, good.
No bugs?
No bugs.
No spideys?
Nope. Not to my
Alright,
knowledge.
let me put this camera away and give it a hand. Oh, okay. That's discreet. Alright, looks like we're going to put the tent in these trees over here. It should keep us nice and stealthy and away from prying eyes. And we never did cook dinner at the park, because if we started cooking we might have missed our window to go and hunt this place. Like, I guess the trick is, you know, you want to get there just as it's getting dark. Because if it's just getting dark, it means it's still light enough that you can look around and you can survey properly. But once you've found it, it's, you know, you'll be in darkness eventually. So yeah. Anyway, I'm babbling. It's been a long day. I'm gonna set up a tent. All right, good morning. We had a lovely little spot to camp in last night down by this creek. When we were setting up the tent, there were little frogs jumping about on it. There were some concerning noises nearby. We did hear like people shouting over that way. It sounded like they were partying on a Tuesday night. So I was concerned at one point maybe someone might come over, but it was all good. We've got a nice little quiet spot here. So now the plan is to head up to the park and go shopping to get some stuff for breakfast, because we ran out of peanut butter. Anyway, after we've tended to all our human needs, we're going to go to the, what is it, Bonnie? The Coal Museum?
Coal Museum.
The Coal Museum. So, yeah, we'll see you there. Yeah, not the greatest sign when you spot an upturned car on the way into camp. Oh, look at that big roo there. Hey, big roo.
Sorry, what?
If we just go back across that street straight at front.
Yeah, the way.
Yeah. All right, we have just done our shopping at Woolies. We actually found a coffee cart on the way here, so we had ourselves a little coffee and a toasty there, which saves us a bit of time and energy on breakfast. And now we're on our way to the Coal Museum. So let's see what this is all about. Alright, we're at the coal centre. We've plugged in some stuff to charge, sneaky, and we're about to go in. So let's see what it's all about. Cake? Alright, we can do cake first. Pretty serious about the merch. Almost bidons.
The Blackwater International Coal Centre is a showcase for the area's thriving coal industry. Blackwater itself, a small town in the middle of nowhere, is home to one of the largest coal reserves in the world, with around 877 million tons of coking coal beneath its surface. The museum traces the fossil fuels journey from the Jurassic period through to modern times, and visitors learn more than they ever wanted to know about this energy source. For example, did you know saccharine is a byproduct of coal? Or that coal tar is used in antifungal creams? Appetizing.
Okay, we're back at the Lions Park now. We've come back for lunch. We did have our hearts set on getting a Pizza Hut because we haven't seen one of them since we were kids, but they don't open till 4:30. It's like an evening meal place only, I guess. Yeah, so the Coal Museum. And we tried to go in the Japanese gardens next door, where there was like one guy mowing the lawn and like 4 or 5 guys just stood around watching him. That seems to be like the way of the tradie over here. And they wouldn't let us in. They said we had to go through the building, even though there was a gate there saying welcome to the Japanese garden. So anyway, we came back to the Lions Park and we're gonna make some sandwiches and hit the road again. Blackwater.
Yeah.
Stealthy camping, coal museums. Yeah. Just hanging out on the sidewalk, as you do.
He's playing for the AFL.
Look at this guy.
I like the ears with which they did stuff.
Sorry to startle you, mate. See you later. Okay, so I guess this is the Capricorn Highway. So far it's been pretty unpleasant. The shoulder's not so great in places and it's been busy. Just whipped the camera out because it's been one of the rare quiet moments we've had. We've had a bit of a day today, running about all over town getting errands done. So we didn't leave until, you know, maybe half an hour ago, 1 o'clock. So the plan's just to ride to Bluff now, which is only a 19k ride. And pitch the tent early and just chill. I'm gonna phone up Sea to Summit about my sleeping pad, see if I can get a warranty happening on that, and yeah. If it wasn't for the fact we had so much stuff and so much running around to do today, it's almost like a rest day. It's actually kind of cool, but also kind of disgusting seeing these massive trains and just the sheer amount of coal they're hauling out of here. We haven't really seen anything like it since we saw the huge barges going out of Newcastle filled with coal. It's like, it's something else. Okay, we made it to Bluff and to the Bluff Hotel where there's camping for $5 a head. So we're all set up here. Another campsite that isn't really meant for us. You can tell it's more set with caravans in mind, but it'll work for tonight. And yeah, Bonnie's already making friends with the locals.
It's so good. Is it you?